Hi, my name is Freedom. Today I'm going to show you the step-by-step how to use the SkinGen in Character Creator 3, in CC3 SkinGen. So this is the default character. When I open the Character Creator 3, it will appear this default character. So as demo, I don't change the default. I just want to show you how to use the SkinGen. First, you need to click here. If you click here, you see all the texture already there. The skin head, the skin body. This is the skin head, then skin body. But what you need to do to apply the SkinGen is to click here, this one. Then activate the editor. Then you need to wait for a while. It is loading the editor environment into your computer. You need to wait for maybe 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes. It depends on your computer speed. So now the loading is complete. It will immediately remove all the clothing, all the costume from the body. It is temporarily removed unseen. So here these are the default. For example, the nose. These are not yet the skin gens, but these are already default. For example, if I click here, it will load. So what is this? This is the paw, nose, cheek. The opacity you can adjust. You can see the difference. If the opacity 0, can you see any changes? Then this one, the paw, nose, should be this part. You can change the texture as well. By right click it, you can load your own texture. So here you see different patterns, which patterns you want. You can increase the scale. I increase the opacity so that it is more obvious. Increase the scale. Can you see the differences? Somewhere here. The scale, the tile. That is a very subtle changes here. And oily, how oily it is? Now is the opacity is 50. If oily, you can see more light reflection. Now if I change it to 100, it will be more oily. You can see the reflection. The normal strength, how big is that? The range. So you can see, you can change the opacity of the color. So a lot of things, all these features wait for you to explore more. Which part you need more colors, the opacity, the body details. How detailed it is. And the capillary cheek, you can just explore one by one. What are they? The capillary cheek, if I make the opacity be 100, you can see now you have more. Then which pattern you want. The scale, you can adjust the scale. The tile, the scale, you want it to be big or small, the offset. So many variables you can adjust it. Just explore it one by one, the pattern scale. See? And the lid. You have the texture, the normal as well, the scale. Okay, this one related to the lid. By default, this one, the opacity is 0. You want to turn it on also can. The scale, of course, if you adjust it, it will become very ugly like this. This one should be 1. But it depends on you. Maybe you want to create a zombie. Then you want to make some modification, the offset. You can create one more mouth at here. You can see. But this is just a texture. Which side you want it to be. Of course, for the normal person, this is 0. And the skin base. Alright, these are just the basics. These are not yet the SkinGen. But if you already purchased the SkinGen, it will be here. This one, click. Now we are going to explore the SkinGen tools. All are here. Now I have how many folders? 1, 2, 3, 4 folders, and this one UV transfer all related to days. So today we are not going to discuss the days. So I will only demo this 4 folder. The SkinGen tools that I get from Reallusion, purchased from Reallusion. The first one is the decal. So how to apply the decals. So this one I want to remove first. I don't want to see this. This is the cheek capillary. I just unseen everything here. And now I only want to see the SkinGen tools. What are the differences that they can bring for us? Now this skin already back to perfect because I make everything unseen. Back to the original. I also can delete all this. Just right click and delete. Then it will delete from here. So now the SkinGen tool, what we need to apply, how can we apply? We can just drag in. So for this one, it only apply on the head. But if you take the body, arm, and leg, it will apply on the body and arm also. If I don't take it, it only at the head. So I click apply. Later you should be able to see some patterns here. And click here. It will show you the patterns. This is the texture. You can right click, load the texture, and use your own picture. Of course, you can edit this. You can save it first and edit with Photoshop. You can save it as the PNG. Then you edit with your own Photoshop, the photo editing software, the picture editing software. After that, you apply to here by load your own. So as demo, I just want to show you a few important features like the opacity of the decals, the scale. Of course, you can make the scale, the width, the height, the offset, X and Y is up and down. If you look very near, actually it already become the texture part of the skin. That's why it's called SkinGen. The bevel. What about the bevels, the expansion? The strength. We just try to explore one by one. Maybe you can see the effect. Maybe it is at another place. the base color, opacity, the brightness. Wow. You can make it become really dark, or you can make it become brighter. Then it become white color. You can change the color as well by adjusting the hue and the saturation. How obvious the color is. Color saturation. Then the next is under the folder of the generator. This one I can just delete it. After the demo, I just delete the generator. Random, what we call it, random. You have patterns on the body. Sorry. Just now the decals I drag in, right? The first demo, I never take the body, arm, and the leg. If I take it, it will apply on the body, arm, and the leg as well. Just to show you first. That whether you want to take it or don't want to take it, that is your own choice. Now have a look. Now you can see the face, skin already apply, and now the body, the arms, and the leg also apply. So how can we adjust it? The opacity, it influences everything together. The scale, the opacity of the base color. This one is the head. How about the body? Then you just click the body. It will load the body one. So now this is about the body, the decals. Click here, same. The scale, it only apply on the body. So just now is the head. You can adjust the arm and the leg as well. So this SkinGen, it already separate the material, separate the texture by the head, the body, the arm, and the leg. If I want to delete it, just right click and delete. It will delete all together from the head, arm, and leg. All together it will delete it. So of course you can just use one by one which part you want to apply. The next is the generator, the random. So I take the body as well, I apply. I don't take the arm and the leg. See what happens. See? Where can you get all this random texture? Just have a click and you can change the texture as well. These are the black and white texture, and it will automatically apply at here. Can you change the color? Yes, you can change the color. I change to green. Then it will turn green. Then if you want to change the body also become green, you go to the body. Then you can change the color as well. Click here. Now it changed together the head. So is there many variables that you can adjust? Yes, of course the scale you can adjust. Small scale, we just focus on the skin of the head. If the scale is big, this like that. The skin, the scale, the tile. If you make it a bigger value for the tiles, it will separate a lot. It will be very small. And if you look it very near, what can you see? It is a very clear texture with the bump. Yes, you can see it has its own bump. And of course you can change the pattern, use your own patterns as well. So if I don't delete also, can I just reserve there, then I use the tile, drag in the tile into here. Drag in, release my mouse, then I tick everything, then let you see what is the tile. It takes a few seconds to apply. See? Then how about the tile patterns? Can you change it? Change the tile patterns. I click the tiles, then of course I can change the scale as well. These are the patterns. You can use your own patterns, not necessary to be the default. The tile, you see, I can change it. If I make it smaller value, then it will become big. If I make it big value, it will become small. The offset, how about the offset? So many variables, you can just adjust it to look until you feel satisfied. The rotation, you can rotate everything. You change all together. Can you change the color? Yes, why not? Change the color to blue. What will happen at here? It will become a blue tile. Alright. So expansion. Expansion, you can change it as well. Now it become very sharp. If the expansion value small here, you have a bigger distance between the pattern. And how about the contrast? If I adjust the contrast, it will create a very sharp image compared with the skin. So this one, so it is very useful to create some alien characters, aliens from galaxies, maybe different species of humanoid character. Now I'm going to delete this as well. Generator already finished. I delete. Delete this. So how about the parts? The mirror, just apply, and let us see. I take everything. Can you see any of the mirror patterns that you want to apply on the characters? It can be any patterns as well. Just have a look. Now you can see the patterns on the face, the body as well, because I take everything. So we just look at the face, click here. What things that you can change? Change the color, the hue. Yes, you can adjust to any color as well. Change the hue, and you can adjust the color here, the brightness. You can make it dark as well. The pattern you can change. Right click, you can delete first and then create your own patterns and then put at here. The left expansion, you can try different variables and see the effect. The blur, if the blur is 0, then the image will be very sharp. Like that is not nature, so you have to make it blur. If that is part of the physical appearance of your characters, the metallic, then it will become like a metals, a little bit shiny, but it won't change the skin texture. These are the skin bump, the skin normal. all this, the micro, the very tiny changes, you can see more details and less details. It depends on what type of the effect you want, the expansion. Where are the limit of the expansion? You can see somewhere here. If I pull this side, it will expand it out. The pattern scale, how big you want this pattern to be. It will always have a mirror image here. Alright, so still have a lot that you can explore more. This is just the right scale. Left, you can adjust it separately. And there are so many. Alright, so you can see when I apply the SkinGen and during configuration here, if you click here, you cannot adjust anything. Here all locked already. If you want to back to here, then you need to untick the activate editor, then it will bake it temporarily and generate the texture here. If I do so, I just try it and you just take a look here. Now I deactivate the editor by untick it. So it will back to normal. It will automatically bake at the texture there. Later I can show you. Now I click here. You can see I just point my mouse pointer to there. It already automatically baked at the base color of the skin head. So this one you can save as image as well. How to save it? Just click here. Save all the material texture. You will save all together inside one folder. But once you bake it, can you back to the SkinGen again and just readjust it? Yes, can you just tick again? It will back to the SkinGen there. See, now it's back to here already. The character creator tree will automatically record everything. I still can remove it. It's not yet 100% baked, so I still can remove it. I still can adjust it. All the record just now is still there. It won't disappear. So the baking process is just a temporary break. So this system is really smart. So now as demo, I will just delete it, and I'll show you the next one, the noise color. I tick everything. Sorry, I don't tick everything. I only apply on the head and just have a demo. So that I can make it faster, because the more loading it is, the slower it is, then it will be a really long tutorial here. The noise color, it automatically creates some bumps that you can see from here. Have a click. It separates into a few parts. You can create aliens as well. This is, what is this? This is the texture, the base color. So you see different color, I can customize it. I change this to become orange. Then some parts will follow to change. And this part, what color is that? I change it to become blue. It should be somewhere here. Now, what other criteria, what other variables that I can change it? If I change the metallic, it will turn it to different. The blend, This one is the normal, the expansion. In general, the strength. Is there any effect from the micro normal? Just have a look. The micro means a very tiny. See, you can see. Just have a look on the micro. If the strength is 1, then you can see more details on the skin. If this one I change it to 0, it will remove the normal of the skin. Then how about the blur? If the blur is 1, this one I cannot see any differences. The expansion, where is the effect of the expansion? Okay, this one is just on the micro. The expansion, yes, I cannot see any difference. The blur. So you can just adjust it one by one and change to your own different colors, your own creatures. Everything you can adjust it. So this one is a noise color. Color means you can have a few colors. Now I delete this. Right click, delete. The next one is a noise gray. Noise gray means maybe it don't have any color. Just have a look first. How gray is that? Yes, gray means no color. No color but still have the patterns. You no need to adjust the color, but you still can adjust everything here. The transform, the scale. Adjust the scale. Of course, all the scale it automatically already fit to the face shape, so you better don't change it back to 100. The scale, the offsets, the micro offsets, rotation. This one better don't rotate it, just keep it 0. So you can change the noise as well, create your own patterns. It will automatically apply everything at here. The color now is white. If I change it to green, you still can change the color, but everything will be the same, all the same color, all apply the same color. It is very easy. And just now the noise color separate into different parts, then you can adjust differently. Now you only have one color adjustment, just one apply, all apply. The brightness, if the brightness is 0, it will be totally black. The hue, you can change the color anytime. The opacity, full opacity is unnatural, so you better put it about 0.5, that is more natural. Does that include the balm? Yes, it balm in the skin also. You have the balm. Right click, delete it. As demo, I delete first, then I apply this part control, and let's have a look. What type of the control is called the part control? Now how many parts is separated? Two parts. Have their own texture. If I change the color, what will happen here? If I change it to blue, which part will change? Somewhere here. How about this? If I change the color to green, which part will change? Alright, this part. It is similar to the noise color, but this one without the noise, it separates the parts. You only can change the color. It is like a makeup, but makeup is another story. This is just the SkinGen patterns, the parts. Of course, you can adjust, you can apply on the body, on the arm, on the leg as well, but as demo, I just apply on the head, on the face. Right click, delete. We go to the next, specific. The eyebrow. We try to apply a new eyebrow. It will overlap with the original eyebrow. Just have a look. Just to click here. The eyebrow, of course, you can add your own patterns of eyebrow. The brightness, you can adjust it as well. The scale, the pattern scale, you can make it become a big eyebrow with different patterns. You can adjust left and right separately as well. This is the right scale, then left scale. I make it 100. The eyebrow. Of course, this one is created for aliens, for the monster, not for human. You want to add a human eyebrow, so it doesn't matter. The eyelash also can adjust. Right click and delete. Now we try this. The eyelash. What can we apply in the eyelash? Wow, it is so big. You still need to take more time to explore the offset. Why? This is too complicated that I don't know how to use it yet. I still need to take time to discover and to explore all this. Why we need so many? If I change the color, some part will change it. So this one temporary I don't want, and I won't use this as well. Specific. Right click, delete. The eyeshadow. She already have the eyeshadow. I just apply and see what will appear here. Oh, so this one, yes, you can create for animals, for aliens, for your vampires. Just have a click. You can design your own patterns, change the color for your creature. It's not for human. Yes, if you want to apply on human also, it doesn't matter. You can consider this as a special makeup for the clown. Yes, why not? Just have a look. Adjust the color one by one. The brightness, you can adjust it as well. Special makeup. Wow. The hue, you can change the color. And what else? Yes, it all repeated into a few zones. This one I can change to maybe purple, and some part will change color. You can adjust one by one separately. How about the scale, the range, the blur, the expansion? Yes, the blur, you can change it. See? This is the blur. What else? The scale. Is there any scale variables here? No, no scale variables. It only automatically applied here. Right click, delete. What is the next? The lip. We try to see the lips. What are the changes? Actually, these are just layer by layer it cover at here. For your aliens, maybe? For your zombies? Just have a look. The metallic can change as well. The metallic. The color, change to green, it will become a special makeup. You just different parts. The flatten. So what are this normal? The range, the blur. You can see. Like that, it's very sharp. Then you can blur it as well. The expansion. Expand it out. If like that, it's zero expansion, it will become just nothing there. So maybe some makeup artists, they will need this. Right click, delete. The scale, the liquid, yes, the liquid, you can adjust the liquid. This one I only apply on the head. You can apply on the body as well. Now you can see like a lot of the water droplets. especially in the raining days, you want to create your animations, you need your character to have some wet skin effect here. Click the liquid. Here you can adjust the patterns, distortion, the amount. You can make it more. Wow, like that is too wet already. Can make it less. The amount, you can make it more water droplets, liquid droplets. The amount, you can adjust like this as well. The Y, the scale variation, some big, some small. Yeah. If this one is 0, all will be equivalent. What things we can adjust again? Is there any scales? The general scales, can explore it. The pattern scale, this one I should back to all back to 1 and 1. The pattern scale, the scale variation, only adjust here. It is quite disgusting for me. Maybe for you it's not. So this one I will just delete it. You have to take time on, let's say if I change to green, what will happen? Alright, so this is the color of the liquid. If this is the Pepsi blue, what color of the liquid? And the opacity of the liquid. Now it's transparent green. If I change the opacity, wow, like that it becomes the watercolor, and it have certain reflections like the poster color droplets. Right, you can change it as well. Alright, now I'm going to delete this. The color, you can adjust it later. Right click, delete. The scale. The scale, if I apply on the body, arm, and the leg as well, I apply everything, it will have a scale look. Later, she will become a real alien with full scale. Wow. The scale, it really have its scale bump. You can see the bump effect. It apply at the whole body as well. Become a lizard woman. I just click and see, explore the variables, the opacity, the strength, full strength. What would be different? Full strength. Okay, you can see. This one is the micro. Micro means the details of the skin. The scale should not have the skin effect there. So this one better make it become 0. So what else? You can change the pattern as well. This one. The scale variation. Should you put the scale variation, the pattern scale? You can see some changes here. It's only applied at here. The scale variation, if 0, 1, 2, this one should be 0. If 0, it don't have any scale already. The tau, 1. So you have to take some effort to find out which variables it belongs to which one. learn from here the scale variation, the offset bottoms, the position cross, rotation, you can rotate the whole scale as well. The pattern rotation, rotate the patterns, rotation variation, then it will become irregular scale. It is up to you. Distortion, so many variables you can adjust, right? Change the color to become blue. Right. So now all the adjustment only on this part for this. The range, expansion. If expansion 0, you see how much you want it to expand. And it is sharp or blur, we can just have a look here. If blur, it will decrease the opacity. Now we can see there's still so many. For this pattern, should be somewhere here. The tile. So you can just recognize it according to the pattern. So this part, which part? This one should be at here. Just find it out, and you can change the color as well. The patterns, the roughness, the metallic, it become metals. Then you have the shining effect, the metallic, the AO. This one I cannot see any difference. What else? This one, the round shape. Where is it? Where is the round shape? Okay, this one, it doesn't matter. And the texture setting, and so on and so on. So many variables that you want to create your characters, your alien characters. The final one is the scar. This one I just deleted. Now back to the normal, the scar. I take everything and see the whole body. Let's change the patterns. Can be disgusting. Just have a look first. Alright. So now apply on just one side. Yes, this is really disgusting. Especially on the face. What variables we can change? Can we change the color? The pattern, yes, you can change it to become just one single line. Like the scratch, 1, 2, 3 scratch. Also can, it doesn't matter. The scale. The scale, you can make it really small scar. The width. Stroke strength. Yes. Just adjust it one by one, you can see. Wow, separate the red color zone. It's so painful. It should be. Distortion strength. Yes, change the color. If this is an alien, then the blood color should be different. The color. And another color, I change it to green. So it become pattern as well. The opacity. Alright. This one become alien scar. Alright, finish. That's all for the introduction of the SkinGen tools at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 folders that purchased from Reallusion. And hopefully you will enjoy all this SkinGen that can bring more variables to your character design. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you love my video tutorial, if you feel all these tutorials are very helpful to you, you can subscribe to these YouTube channels and turn on the mini bell so that when next time I publish a new tutorial, you will receive the notification immediately. See you in my next video.